On her very first day in prison, the woman sat in the holding cell with her legs crossed. The director said that if Louis, one of Elena's men, didn't surrender, they would shoot him on the spot. After a brief hesitation, Elena gave the order.
Louis, stand down.
Louis dropped his guard and released the grenade in his hand.
How do I turn off the lasers?
No need, they don't do anything.
At the same time, the lasers inside the bank began their final contraction. The lasers swept across everyone without causing any harm. Only then did Doc realize that he was never Elena's target. Suddenly, a panel in the wall behind them popped open, revealing a safe. Clearly, whatever was inside the safe was Elena's real objective. The laser trap had just been a show she put on. The bank manager claimed he had no idea who installed it, suggesting it might have been there for decades. But the area around the safe was spotless, obviously cleaned often, indicating frequent access. The manager was immediately taken into custody. Meanwhile, the tech team cracked the USB drive they had found earlier in a book, only to discover it contained nothing but a recording of gunfire and voices. Val recognized it as command audio from a mission she carried out years ago in Gambia. She couldn't understand two things. First, why her husband had that recording, and second, why he would deliberately leave it for her.
It's the only way. If we let this go on, they'll all be dead.
Elena didn't answer Val's questions. Instead, she told a story. Years ago in Gambia, Val took part in a rescue operation where a group of terrorists had taken control of a school. Val planned to infiltrate through a blind spot in their defenses. Not far away, Elena and Louis were also present, with the same goal of eliminating the terrorists. Originally, Elena intended to sit back and reap the benefits, but through their equipment, Louis discovered that Val was about to run straight into the terrorists, putting her in danger. Elena decided to save her. She quickly aimed at the wall in front of Val and pulled the trigger, forcing Val to stop in her tracks and avoid the terrorists. At the time, Val thought Elena was trying to kill her, never realizing she was actually saving her life. Val couldn't believe it. The person she had always considered an enemy had actually saved her years ago. But one question still remained. Why would Elena sell weapons to them, only to turn around and eliminate them? The Joint Task Force director brought good news. The safe contained numerous hard drives, encrypted wallets, and documents, all pointing to Gambia. Val finally understood. This time, Elena's target was the bank manager. 10 years ago, the manager had begun laundering money. Val also discovered that 15 batches of stolen military weapons had been sold by the manager to terrorists in Gambia. His fingerprints were found on the safe as well. Just like that, the bank manager became the fourth person Elena had taken down. At that moment, Val happened to notice a group photo on the wall. Of the 7 people in the picture, 4 had already been brought down by Elena. It was clear that the remaining 3 were her next targets. A dive team recovered the phone Louis had thrown into the sea earlier and found that it contained only text made up of O's and ones, binary code. They also discovered that the phone had received numerous messages from other devices. Val walked over to the spot in the holding cell where Elena usually stood. Using Louis's phone, she composed a text